The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah. Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. My brother Rain is in the building. What's up, bro?
Peace, King. How you feeling?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Yo, so we gotta talk about what happened with the spider.
Oh, I got bit by a spider. I got bit by a spider and wound up breaking out like all type of shit on my face. But you know, I'm still young and beautiful. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But at first I was like, damn, I don't even want to come up here like that. But it is what it is. I don't care.
I didn't even know that a spider could like make you break out. Like
if you're
that,
allergic to it. Like if you get an allergic reaction to it.
Okay.
It's not like just.
It's like when you got a bee sting and you're allergic to bees.
If you're allergic to bees, it'll fuck you up. You know what I'm
Your face swelled up too?
Yeah, hell yeah. My shit was closed. It was my eyes was completely closed. I woke up like, what the fuck is going on?
How long ago was this?
This was like 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh hell no. Well, I'm glad you're good now, bro.
Yeah, I'm good.
How you been?
I've been great. Yeah.
How long you been up here now from Atlanta? Because I know you live in Atlanta now.
Right. So I just came up here for like a week or two. I came up here for the we had the battle, the event.
Yep.
At Irving Plaza, sold out, amazing. Everybody came through, Busta, Pat, Remy, Fab. It was a beautiful turnout. So
I've been starting to get more into like the battle rap world myself. Just kind of like dipping and dabbling here and there, like kind of starting to get more of like more knowledge about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always just been a consumer of like hip hop and music.
Right.
Like I haven't really dived too deep into that battle rap realm, aside from Cortez. Cortez, you know.
Oh, that's my guy.
Yeah, he was the first battle rapper I had on the show. We did a Zoom interview. By the time people see this, Shotgun Suge, have him next week.
Shouts to Suge.
And so yeah, so I'm starting to dive more into that battle rap realm. Because when I have indulged in it and what I see on YouTube and like, you know, what people like Cortez send me, I'm like, oh, this is so incredible. Like, and I love how it's kind of like what I say, where it's like there's a room for everybody to have an audience in hip hop,
right?
And that has its own like not just audience, but it has its own like cult fan base around the world. It's a whole
culture. It's a whole culture of it, and that's a beautiful thing because you know, like those guys, they have a lot going on. Like some of them do music. Like you see, Surf, he's like a big artist, like musically on the music side, and then you got DNA, venturing off to like movies and films and different shit and writing, and these guys got merch and all kind of shit. So it's just dope to see how big this thing is becoming.
Right, and now like you know even so, and did you participate in that battle, Irving?
Well, I don't battle rap.
I don't know, but I'm asking. Right, do they have you battle rap?
No. I don't battle rap. So I'm like the music supervisor. So I do like all the music for the trailers and for the battle. Like when it's time to release stuff, like I'm like behind the scenes.
Why you never thought about just jumping in?
I don't know. I don't think they could pay me enough money to have somebody scream in my face. It's not there. I can't do that.
I feel like you have to like really get used to that too. You know?
Right.
Because
right,
I feel you. Right. It's like somebody yelling in my face, even though I know it's all for, you know.
Right. But I enjoy the competitive nature of rap in other ways. Like this. Like freestyles and like my peers coming up here doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And we could talk shit to each other about who we feel the best freestyle and shit. Like,
who do you like the most on here?
Man, I really like Special Joint. Special killed it. And it's like I see all kind of people on it. Like the guy from the UK.
Yep, we talking about AJ. Yep.
Yeah, he was dope. And dude, you showed me from Jersey.
Chris Patrick.
Yeah,
Chris
he's
Patrick.
dope.
Shout
He's
out my
dope.
brother.
So yeah, that's who I can name off. I like Shmurda up here.
Oh yeah.
He just turned out. I just love his energy. Right? Yeah, shout out to Shmurda, man.
Bobby's is funny. I couldn't escape that for like a month straight.
Yo,
like,
I love his energy, man.
I was on a date with a girl once, and I was leaving the spot. It was like a hookah spot. I was leaving the spot, and I just heard like the "Yes sir, baby," and I was like, "Oh
right.
no!" I was like, "Fuck!" I
you
can't
gotta
go
let
anywhere.
those guys, man.
But that's like the goal of the platform, to be able to like have like I said, you could have every type of form of hip hop in one place, or form of music in one place. Cause I'm trying to make it bigger than that. But like you could have everything in one place, and people can pick and choose what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They like the drill shit, they could do that. They like the lyrical content, they like that. They like the singing shit. We got that too. They like Afro beats. We have that. Have a little bit of something for everybody.
Right. We were just having a conversation about this earlier. Me and a couple of the guys are talking about like relevancy. Obviously, with what's going on with like 21 and Nas, we're talking about like relevancy and how, it's not relevancy is not simple black and white anymore. Like you can't really tell because everything is like subscription based. So this person could be over here with like 10 million followers and you've never heard of them.
Yep.
Right? So it's like, that's what I like about this, because I come on your platform, like I look on the Instagram and I be finding people, I'm like, man, who is this person? I've never even heard of them. And they like,
Huge.
It's a super big deal. And I'm like, this is crazy. But that goes to show, like, it's a space for everybody to do everything.
I think it's like when I look at like when I really dive into what I've been liking to do lately is like dive into foreign countries' music scene. So like
Right.
I really tapped in with like Italy recently and France and Germany through Fire in the Booth does like a lot of Germany freestyles now. They have like Fire in the Booth Germany. So like I started like kind of looking at that shit, and when I look at these like artist IGs from out there, I'm like, holy shit, they got like 10 million followers.
Right.
But we've never heard about them a day in our lives.
Right.
We never even heard one of their songs before.
Right.
But they're the biggest shit ever. Like they're bigger than, I don't know, I want to say like 21 Savage, but like they'll be bigger than like, I don't, maybe like a little Yachty over here.
Right.
For hypothetically, right? They're bigger than Yachty over here, over there. So it's like, holy shit, like where did all these people come from?
Whole new world. Whole new world.
So relevancy, like even with that 21 and Nas shit, I think that's also like, it's just like relevancy is different. Because at the same time, like even if like, I would say maybe like 6-7 years ago, like Nas may have not been putting out as much music. So you could argue about relevancy back then, but you can't argue against a man who put out a beautiful trilogy.
Right.
Album.
Amazing run.
Incredible
and
run.
Trilogy plus one more, because the Magic album.
You're
So
absolutely
it's
right.
4 records.
You're absolutely
like
right.
Four albums. Like great albums.
Yeah.
That's my favorite rapper.
Nas.
Yeah,
all time.
always my top 5 starts after Nas. It's like Nas and then my top 5. He's the reason I started rapping.
They finally asked me who my top 5 rappers were of all time. Our generation music had asked me when they were here, and I'm trying to remember who I said. I think I said Ho, Biggie, Nas. I think I said the 5th spot was hard for me because I said Mob. I think I threw Mob Deep in there.
The 5th spot is always hard.
The 5th spot was hard because I was like, for me, it was like either between like, I think I said between Pun and Big L. And it was just so hard to like interchange those.
Right.
I didn't know who to put because I wanted
Right,
to put
that's
Pun. I
difficult.
wanted to put Pun because I'm Puerto Rican, right?
Right. Me too. Yeah.
But like I wanted to put Big L because I'm like,
He's
like
nice.
the impact is nice.
Yeah,
Like,
it was-
so like
that was crazy.
and then I was like, oh shit, Wu-Tang, but you count Wu-Tang as like a top 5. Like how do you
Right, how do you
categorize a group in there? But then
Right.
Mobb Deep is,
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So it's like, but that's all goes back to just everything is subjective.
Right.
Everything
is,
is subjective
it
at
is.
the end of the day.
It is. But yeah, like I can never do like a top 5 list.
Yeah, I hate
It's
when people
crazy. I
ask
have
me.
like 100 rappers. That's like my favorites. It changes every day. But Nas is always my favorite. He's always number 1. He always had the number 1 slot.
Right. That's like when you ask me like who's been your favorite freestyle here, and I'm like, bro, there's like since we really started doing them in like these type of spots, we've done probably around 300. So it's like you're asking me to narrow down 300 to 1. And it's like
Right,
it changes like day to day. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
right.
today I said AJ Tracy because I just think that one was very dope, very impactful in terms of like the UK music and like what we did here, and like got 10 million streams on Spotify. But tomorrow I might be like, oh, well, D Things is my favorite right now.
Right,
Or
right.
tomorrow I'll say Chris Patrick. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right. It's all depends on the mood and the vibe and what you want to hear at the time.
shit, I'll even say like one of the melodic ones, like one of the ones that like people love to criticize. I'll be like, nah, that's my shit right
Right.
now. So it's like
Right.
it all depends, man.
It all depends, right? Because there's so much. I tell people my favorite rappers right now is Kodak Black and Nas. Think of that shit. Think of how like
Yo.
the contrast, right? But so it just depends on the mood.
But this is like when I had Boz here last year. Me and Boz had a conversation about what can you even consider conscious rap anymore? Because at the end of the day, conscious rap is like artists are talking about what they're living.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So is conscious rap even a valid use of that term anymore? Because in certain ways, you could say what Kodak is rapping about is conscious rap because of the certain things he's saying,
Right.
or Youngboy
Right.
compared to Nas. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I've
They
always
might be
argued
saying
that.
similar things, but just telling it different ways.
Right. What's the opposite of conscious? What's the opposite of being conscious? Unconscious? Dead?
Dead.
Everything's conscious rap. Like, what is it? It's crazy. I always thought that was a crazy title to stick on.
Me too.
It's he's a conscious rapper. Yeah, I don't understand that. I never liked that.
Yeah. So then you call other people like not conscious.
Yeah, what are
too?
they? Are they just zombies? Just I guess it's some zombies making
There's
music.
definitely some zombies making music. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh shit. That's funny as hell.
But again, subjective.
You're right.
What would Jesus say?
What would you?
You like that transition,
I like
right?
that. I like that.
Come
I like
on,
that.
gang.
That's clean.
You like that transition? So what would Jesus say the album? I gotta say, like, I like the Cory Gunz interlude. I thought that was fire.
Dope, right?
Super fire, super different too.
Right.
But I thought that was tight how y'all pieced that together.
Right. So, what would Jesus say was originally released exclusively on my website, and it was only 6 songs, and that song with Cory Gunz was the intro.
That was the intro. Okay, I like
Originally.
that. Yeah, that's
so then
cool.
when I released it on all streaming platforms, I added a couple more records and called it the New Testament. So it's what would Jesus say, the New Testament. But it's one of those things that I want to keep going with. So like right now, the producer Bink, he just remixed a couple records for it. So I'm gonna drop What Would Jesus Say, the Book of Bink. Like, you know, just keep adding to it. It's one of those albums that's never gonna die. But yeah, Cory Gunz, man, that's my brother. Like we grew up like rapping together. Like I've known Cory since I was 13. So anytime he comes through and give you a verse like that, it's crazy. So I just told him what I was working on. Like, I got this album, What Would Jesus Say? And I want you to rap like the devil. And he was like, what? Like, that shit sounded so crazy to him, right? He's like, I want you to rap like the devil. He's like, all right, bet. So for me, he was the best person to call to do that because one, obviously he's lyrically capable, right? And then two, he really knows me. So he's able to like dig into the story a little deeper and give my perspective or how a conversation with me and the devil might be going. So man, that was super creative. He killed that.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
I like the whole concept behind it too. Even like the album artwork, like I was looking at that earlier and I was just admiring it because it's like so simple,
right?
But so powerful at the same time too. Like you get your message across.
Right. Shouts to Raul Duke. He did that cover.
So you had it on your website at first.
Yeah.
Interesting. That kind of reminds me of what my guy Uncle John does. Like he like has different ways of how he sells music, and that's how he makes his bread off the music. Like
I've always tried to come up with creative ways to release music. Like me and DNA got a couple albums. That's where we actually started doing that with. Me and DNA put out 3 albums now together. Get Money and Drink Water, Invictus, and What Stage of Life Is This? And all of them we did. Like the first one we did strictly through Cash App. You just had to DM and get the album.
Yeah.
And obviously we were not prepared for how many people was willing to buy the album, right? It was crazy. It's like, yo, we have to figure out a whole different way to do this. So the second time we wound up like doing like a Shopify, and we had vinyls and CDs and like the flash drive cards where it looks like a credit card, but it has the album on it. And then, you know, once the sales slow down, then, you know, you could kind of like put some of it on streaming platforms or piece by piece. There's always different ways to do it.
Right. I think it was like Flea Lord and like and Uncle John really kind of opened my eyes to like the multiple different ways you can make money from music.
Flea Lord is a beast when it comes to like
he know what
releasing music. Yo, and he has a lot of fucking music, man. That guy's ill. I fuck with him.
I think the way Uncle John explained, he had like the Dropbox link, so like similar to you, Cash App.
That's how I did it. I did a Dropbox link, but I did it like directly through the website, which was dope, you know, because it's like an automatic email or whatever. Like once you buy it, it would go to your email.
Yeah, he said Dropbox, cassettes, CDs, vinyls, streaming, merch.
Yeah. So we was doing that's another way too. Like that's like we had like $100 packages with like the T-shirt, the poster, the tape. And you know the CD or some shit like that. It was like different ways.
Yeah.
But I love that. I love this. Anytime I could cut like the middleman out, the system out, I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cut the middleman out.
Right. Let's cut him out. Let's get straight to the consumer because it's more personal that way, and people appreciate it more, especially something physical like a CD or a vinyl. Like you could hold it. Because music nowadays, you can't hold it. It's just a bunch of like MP3s just floating around on your phone. Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so something tangible, people just always respect it and appreciate it more.
Right.
More
I agree.
art.
And I think especially like in the lane that you're in, it's like there's like more of an appreciation for that too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like with the music you make, and we were talking about like Spesh before and whatnot, like the way that you guys bundle and package up your music compared to, you know, the artists who have the middlemans and the labels and the, you know, all the extra 30 people in between you and the consumer, it just makes it a lot easier to like get to the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You put it out, streaming, website, CDs, vinyls, whatever, and like they're able to just directly consume it, which is why I feel like the cult fan bases are a lot stronger, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's the strong part. What's interesting about you, so you call me from a North Carolina number,
right?
So you've been between North Carolina and New York your whole life.
Right. So my mother and father's from New York.
Okay.
My mother's from the Bronx, you know, and my father's from Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. But
get the fuck out. My mom's from Bed-Stuy. My dad's from the South Bronx.
Word. That's crazy.
Flip-flop,
right?
It's just a Puerto Rican
shit. Right. So then my pops, without saying too much, my pops was like on the run in like 87.
Nice.
And went to North Carolina, and they had me that year. So I don't have no family in North Carolina. Like, you know, it's like all my family's in New York. But when they finally called up to my pops, and we wound up just staying there because my mom, she was there holding him down, making sure he was good, and so I wound up being raised in North Carolina, born and raised in North Carolina, and then around 16, I started like being in the streets and doing shit, and had to get up out of there. Came to New York to stay with my father when he got out of jail.
And
then just end up staying in New York the whole time. And
you was wilding up here too?
Yeah, New York is like, it'll get you. You know what I'm saying? So like I dropped out of school early. I dropped out of school like 16, and that's what it was, like the family business almost. Like my pops was hustling, my whole family was hustling. Like I didn't know it was anything else other than that.
How do you like I guess like eventually like set yourself on the right path that you're obviously now shit?
I guess just, man, I don't know. I guess it's just like time. You grow up, you wind up seeing certain shit as being childish. Yeah. Like, oh, this is childish. Or, your friends get locked up. Like, most of my friends was like getting locked up, getting killed. Like, it was one summer, I want to say 2012 maybe, where like everybody got locked up. It was like a big sweep. Like, everybody that I was with day to day got 10 years or more, Damn. Shouts to my man Charlie Rock, Yeah. Like, he got like something crazy, like 50 more or something like that.
Sounds
you
like
familiar with Charlie Rock from like Shot Callers?
Yeah.
That was my guy. We was together every day. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was like that summer they came and got all the bros, and even after that, rest in peace, Reels. Like, I had friends getting killed. It was like shit was happening. And it's only so long you're gonna feel like you're gonna keep getting lucky. Like, this shit don't last long. Your luck gonna run out at some point.
Yeah.
So before, I feel like I won. I'm one of the few that won. We talking about one of the best hustlers ever. It has to be me. Yeah, like I got up out of there.
But it's good that like you had like, I feel like you had the sense that like sometimes people don't ever really get. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be around this shit and then it doesn't like click. They're like, oh, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Especially now, because you got like the young niggas is OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy. You'll meet somebody in the streets and they OG 24. Younger maybe.
Yeah.
So I was blessed enough to have like some older people around me who knew the game, and you see the ending and you watching how it go, and then family members who watch how it go. That was another reason I was in New York, was because my mom was like, yo, you dropping out of school, you in the streets, you can't stay here. And then you keep hearing this, you're like, yo, everybody's telling me the same thing. Like, at some point I got to listen to somebody. Because everybody that's not listening is dead and in jail. And I know it sounds cliche. You hear that shit all the time, and like rapper story is like, all my friends are dead in jail, but it's real. It's because we all come from similar circumstances. So for me, it was just like, nah, this shit is done with. And then I was lucky enough to have like people around me doing music.
Right.
And even before, I always really had people around me doing music. Because even back then, like, Cory had me on tour and on the road at like 14, 15. Like, when Cory Gunz first got his deal, I was running around with him then. So we was just young. It just takes time. You get older and you realize it's played out. Yeah.
I'm glad you realized that, though.
I'm glad, too. Word.
That's why you're with us today.
Yeah, right. It's deep.
Yeah.
This shit is deep. And I thought about it, because I haven't been in New York since a lot of shit happened. Like, I ain't been in New York in like over 2 years. So it's just like, even when I got here, like, just going through my old neighborhoods and like, yo, damn, we used to be right here 50 deep on this corner, gang banging and shit. And it's like, nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just, like, nobody's there. It's crazy. Yeah, shit is wild.
And due to like certain, whether they're locked up or they're not with us anymore.
Right. And it's just crazy. Word.
What would your advice to the youth be then?
Man, get out of it. The streets is done, man. Especially now. When we was outside, there wasn't cameras on every corner. Like, now it's like cameras on every corner. Man, you're gonna get caught up. Everybody got a phone. They tracking you. You walk around with a tracking device in your pocket. They know what you're doing. They know where you at. A lot of these dudes ain't smart enough anyway. They posting everything they doing on the ground. They giving themselves up. Right? It's crazy. Like MF Doom said, do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. It's like just telling on it.
Yeah, telling on themselves.
Right. So yeah, but now, like all jokes aside, like, the streets is done. It's washed up. You know, and if you was lucky enough to make it this far and you got some money, man, pull out. You got your money, go do something else. It's a million things. Like the streets was our hustle because we didn't know it was any other hustles. You have YouTube now. Like I have friends. Some of my friends did get out. Some of them got like trucking companies and shit.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Love a good
So
truck company.
you know they doing day trading and stocks. So, like we didn't think that was like downtown white dudes trading stocks. We didn't even know how easy it was. You could trade stocks on your phone. Everything's on YouTube. It's a million ways to get money right now, and it's a million ways to get more money than what's in the streets without having to look over your back going to war. Like to all the young niggas, man, get on YouTube and just type in what you want to do. You'll find a million things.
Yeah.
Or like I learned how to make beats off of YouTube. I just bought a beat machine and went on YouTube.
That's crazy.
Right? And that was like one of my first things, my first times getting like legal money, like selling beats. Yeah, and it was like I didn't have nobody teaching me how to do that shit. So it's it's a million things to do. But yeah, get out the streets.
Listen to the man himself. He's trying to
Yeah,
tell you.
play it out.
Free game for somebody who's been through it.
Yeah, been through it and made it out.
So what's next for you, my brother? So the project is out now. What do we have coming else from you that we have to be tapped in with? What you got working on?
I'm just always working on music, working on projects. Right now, I'm working on tomorrow I'm gonna start working on this project with Errol Holden. He's dope. He just signed the Mass Appeal. He's working closely with them. He's fire, and we just trying to come up with some ill shit. We got a couple records that's dope, and hopefully we could. Like I care about the art. Like I'm not really big on like doing a bunch of interviews and trying to find the perfect way to curate my rollout and all that. You know, when I see something dope, like what you doing, I want to be a part of like just dope art. You know what I'm saying? I want to link with dope artists, dope producers. So I don't really have like a lot of stuff on schedule other than just creating. You know what I'm saying? Like with no chains or nothing, just free, just making music and whatever else may come.
Word. So a lot more heat on the way.
A lot more heat on the way.
Word, man. We'll be looking out for it, man.
I do have something I'm flirting with. It's like a freestyle tape, like off of a bunch of instrumentals. I'm gonna call it "I Heard You Paint Houses."
Ooh, I heard you paint houses.
Yeah.
I like that.
You like that? You know where that comes from, right?
No, but I like the name.
Yeah, that comes from The Irishman. So The Irishman, the movie that was like right.
I got you.
So when Pacino hit De Niro, he was looking for a hitman.
Yeah.
He's like, I heard you paint houses.
I think I fell asleep once or twice during that movie.
Oh man, that's a great movie. It was
That's
a long ass movie,
yeah.
right?
It's my pops to say. My pops loves the gangster movies.
Right, yeah, I love gangster movies. So for me, I feel like I've played that part in like this industry for a long time, like the guy that people call to tighten shit up. Whether it be writing for artists, like I've wrote for plenty of people, produce music, and I feel like I'm the guy they call for that. Like, yo, I heard you paint houses. So I want to do something where it's like just a freestyle tape, just coming through, killing everybody beats.
Fire, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for that.
Oh man, appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you being here. Make sure y'all go check out the freestyle. That's out now. Buy that shit. Slid on that shit. I was walking around the studio doing a bunch of different things. I'm like, he's still rapping? I was like, damn.
You had to come up here and do that. Like, that's what we live for. Like, that's the part that, you know, we live for, like the real lyricists.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I be saying. Like, I see people come and do freestyles and like I just miss that training. Yeah. Of like just being on the block. We used to come outside and prepare for that, just to rap outside, write rhymes all week, cause Friday everybody gonna be on the corner drinking and rapping. You know what I'm saying? So I used to have rhymes just ready for that, you know. So this was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this.
Word, man. Well, I appreciate you being here. Make sure you go check out the freestyle out now. Before we get out of here, let the people know they can follow you. Anything else you want to let your fans know? Now's the time to do it. This camera right here.
Yo, y'all can follow me on every platform, every social media platform, Rain910, the website Rain910, and you know, just check out all my music, man. I got a whole catalog of music out there. What Would Jesus Say? That's the latest one, the New Testament. Pick that up.
There you go. Make sure you go follow him. Go run up What Would Jesus Say? The New Testament out now. Go run up that freestyle. Go follow him. Show him love. Go show him support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, Rain on the radar. We out. Boom.